And we're here with Dr. Stephen C. Finley, and we are still talking about religion. And so, Dr. Finley, if we were talking to just some lay people on the street and they wanted to have some tools or a toolkit to use to approach religion and answer some of those questions, is there a toolkit available, as it were?
I would think the toolkit is readily at hand. Most people just don't recognize it as such, because the way I understand religion is going to be very different, the way I just described it, from how they're normally thinking about religion. Again, I'm not talking about institutions or creeds or gods. I'm talking about very elemental human practices of meaning making that help people make sense of the world. And so these tools are many, but I would say the primary one is actually race. So if we're trying to make sense, Dwayne, of the world, and making sense of it has to do with our experience of the world, then a primary lens of understanding who we are and the nature of our existence and our meaning is going to be through race. And so I'm going to understand things like whiteness as religious. And I think we've had that conversation. But more generally, racial categories in general as categories that help orient people in the world and to make sense of it and to understand themselves. But even more broadly and generally, think about how things like sports function in the lives of some people. Think about how some people might organize their realities in their worlds around football seasons, around Super Bowls or national championships, or even just Friday nights. And so I want to look at things that we would consider mundane, again, sports, and think about how, if read through the lens of religion, these actually become significant events and practices that are really meaningful to people, that help give their world a sense of coherence. And so I want to understand all of that as religious. And so when you ask about a toolkit, there are all kinds of things that people use to make their world coherent and make it make sense, such that they come to understand themselves in the ultimate sense.
Okay, thank you.